Okay, let's begin Tuesday session. Welcome to the class. The colors we're gonna use are here, titanium white. Let me move my screen. Titanium white, cadmium yellow hue, cadmium orange hue, cadmium red hue, permanent alizarin crimson, ultramarine blue, and ivory black. Okay, remember, it's better if you have your drawing ready and you draw in a piece of paper with me. Let's draw. Just trying to turn on some lights. Sketch with white charcoal. It's gonna be the top, bottom. Let's my space for mixing the colors. I can place the head here, the face here. I think that's gonna be okay. Now remember, first thing, center line and the line for the eyes. I mean, it's not like sometimes we start with the overall shape and then we do that. And sometimes I start with, let's say, these lines, and then I'll start building the position of the eyes, nose, and mouth, and then the overall shape. Let's see. The eyes, brows. Once I have the brows, I can measure from the brows to the bottom of the chin, find the middle, and that's where we're gonna find the nose. Okay. Now, from here, from the nose to the bottom, half again, and on top of this line, we put the mouth. On top of this line, one eye, the other eye, and let's check out this 45-degree angle. Because check out this first on the photograph. See if you see a 45-degree angle on the photograph. And if you see that, use it, okay? Sometimes we're not gonna see a 45-degree angle, but if you see that it's close enough, we will use it. We know that from the corner of one eye to the corner of the other eye, there are 3 eyes. That means that between the 2 eyes, we can count the distance of 1 eye in the middle. Okay. Now the nose here, mouth a little bit open here. Okay, here. Now I see the photograph and I can tell that if I measure here the middle from the bottom of the nose to the bottom of the chin, the middle, that's gonna be for the bottom of the bottom lip. But you know what? I think that's not the measure on the photograph. I think the mouth is a little bit lower, and since it's a little bit open, if I have here the middle, the bottom of the bottom lip is going to be a little bit lower, like here. Now I'm guessing this. You know, this guessing is not just because I want to. I mean, I have measured that so many times. And usually that happens with the mouth. It's a little bit open. And usually at the same time when the person has like thick lips, you know, the mouth, it could be a little bit lower from the middle. Keep in mind that, okay, about this measurement. Start with this, with the middle, but be aware that we can end up moving this a little bit lower. Okay, now let's see the overall shape. It's some kind of a triangular overall shape. Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, it's kind of a little bit of a three-quarter view. And usually when we have a three-quarter view, this side of the face obviously is a little bit narrower than this side of the face. Okay, and a common mistake, we tend to make this wider. The same time that we tend to make the eyes bigger. Now, in this case, what we see now about her face, she has bigger eyes, really big eyes. Okay, and usually when I paint somebody that has bigger eyes, I'm trying to be careful because maybe I'm gonna end up painting her eyes even bigger. Okay, now we gotta be careful with that. We have to pay attention to that during the process. Okay. It's just like when you, I remember I remember there's a place here when you go to the north, there is always a lot of accidents in that road. What should you do? Go slower, just that, you know. And that works for me, that way of thinking every time that I'm painting somebody that has bigger eyes, not to exaggerate that, because I know that I have 50 or maybe 60% of probabilities that to paint the eyes bigger. Okay. Let's see the nose, the shape of the nose. I don't see too much of the forehead, just a little bit of a triangular shape here. It's okay. Okay, that's gonna be enough. Now, we're trying to get a face with, let's say, right proportions and a little bit of the likeness. Likeness is the last thing that we worry about. And after we have this and we start to painting, we're starting to get more worried about the likeness. Okay, that means that the shape of the eyes, the shape of the nose, if the nose is smaller, wider, narrower, or the mouth is wider, narrower, or is tilted different, the eyes are more like a sleepy eyes or anything that could be a characteristic of this person. Okay, now alignments. Okay, corner of the mouth aligned up with what? The inner part of the iris. You see, we kind of had the same alignment with we had the same alignment that we had with the last painting. And that happens usually. You're gonna find out that usually in a trick or review, we're gonna see an alignment between the corner of the mouth and the inner part of the iris. And once we realize that that happens, usually we use that, we started to check out that without even comparing with the photograph. We know that we need to see an alignment. That's gonna help us with the drawing. Okay, the corner of the mouth here is kind of, it's not aligned with the tip of the nose, but kind of close. Okay, and the same aligned with the inner portion of the iris. Okay. Stepping back, squinting down, and stepping out. Yeah, I think everything is okay. Let me see. One thing, the eyes are like this, and the mouth is tilted a little bit different, like this. Okay. You want things to see? What else? The triangular shape here. Her face it has some kind of distortion, I think. Not so sure, but I think it has some kind of distortion that happens when we put when the camera is too close to the face. You know, the nose looks a little bit bigger, and I think maybe there is some kind of distortion here. I mean, I saw that from the very beginning, but what I liked about this image, it was basically the color, the light, and this cool shadow. That I think that's going to be amazing to try to get these colors. Okay. Let me draw again the mouth. Okay. Now let's see some drawings, some sketches. Somebody want to show me a sketch?
It's a very small little tiny sketch,
Okay.
but I'll show you.
Okay. Okay, Mary, you're muted. I'm gonna put your drawing first because I'm checking out your drawing now on the screen. Okay.
Just a sketch.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. The eyes, nose, mouth. Okay, this is good. One thing is this. It's kind of if we have the center line, this side, it looks kind of the same width of this side on your drawing. And remember, this
Okay.
should be
Yeah.
linear.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Okay, every time that we draw a trigger view, you know, we have to remember that that side of the face is going to be narrower. Narrower. It's more about knowing that just observing that. Then when we draw, remember we complement that we already know with the drawing. Okay, Monique. Okay, that's good, that's good. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say the same that I said to Mary, just narrow a little bit here. I see that this is narrower, but it could be.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. The nose is probably not over enough.
Yeah, I mean, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth, I think are okay. It's just about the overall shape.
Okay.
It's interesting, Renzo, when I see my stuff on the on your page, when I show it to you, I see it so much clearer than I do looking at it in my lap.
Yeah, that's because you see the reverse image. Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know that it's reversed, but it removes me from my painting so that I say, oh, that's wrong.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
I try to use a mirror, but a mirror just doesn't really cut it for me.
Okay. That's good. Okay. Now let's paint. First, we have the other image. Let me put on the screen. Where is it? Second. This one. Okay, this one. We're gonna use this one today. Okay.
Which one?
the upper one, the one that you can see, the one that we used to, we have used before to prepare like 4 or 5 mixtures following the values. I'm gonna just make it bigger here, this one. Where you can see clearly one value through.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 values.
yeah. I have to get that.
What we don't see on this photograph is the highlights. We don't see the highlights on the chin, on the cheek, sorry, on the cheek, and the nose. On the nose, we see a little bit of a highlight, but it's not enough. We need to add the highlights. Okay, now
Oh,
we're gonna mix. Let me. Okay, I have it here. We're gonna mix 6 values. Okay. And one different thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna add this cool color. You can see on the shadow it has a kind of a bluish color. Okay, bluish color, and it's more bluish in the upper part. It's less bluish in the lower portion. Okay, I'm going to open Photoshop to analyze the image. Okay, just a second. Just a second.
Mary, do you have that image?
yes, I do.
Okay, good. I'm feeling a little spoiled because I got a new
Yeah.
printer and I'm getting a new
Oh,
piece.
oh, wow.
I
Yes.
print out all of the images that he sends us, so not all the same size though, but just so that I can see them. You know, 4 of them are like 5 by 7, so I got 2 on one page.
Okay.
Okay, now let's see. Let's analyze the photograph. Let me see. Okay. There is now. First, we're gonna select some colors. Let me. Okay. Let's make this bigger. Okay. Now we see the details of the face. Okay, let's see the colors here on the light side of the face. Here. This one color. Now this one. Okay. This one. No, we don't see too much of a difference, but we can tell that this one is more, it's a little bit pinkish than this one. This one is more orangey. You see when I change the color on the palette to my right, the color is red. Yeah? And here it's more orangey. Okay, and this is the highlight. We don't see in the highlight any kind of yellowish color. Okay, look at that. It looks like really just like mixing a lot of white with a touch of orange, almost nothing. No, almost nothing, and gray down with a little bit of blue or black, and that's it.
As opposed to yellow, yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Mhm.
Okay, now let's see the colors for the shadow. Look at that. Look at the palette. It's blue now.
Yeah, it's like teal.
Look at the color. Now, here. We can see the reddish color on the upper and lower eyelid. Okay, we can see a reddish color on the nose, a dark red, the bluish reflection here and here. Okay, now the color theory rule, it says something like this. If the light is coming from here, and let's say this light is warm, a warm light. Okay, remember this light is going there and it's hitting back. Okay, now usually this light is gonna hit back on the lower portion of the face or the object or anything. Okay, the upper part is gonna be more exposed to a cool reflected light. Okay, here's gonna be a cool light that is just hitting from everywhere. Now, the warm light is coming from here, it's bouncing back and it's affecting this area. Now, if we follow the color theory rule, that means that we should expect to see, let's see here, this area more bluish and this area less bluish. Okay? And that's what we see. Let's see, let's pick up a little bit of the color here in this area. And look at that, let me see. And this one. Okay, we see a little bit of that, yeah? Obviously, this upper color is bluish than this one. Both has a little bit of blue, but it's more bluish, this upper portion, than this lower portion. Okay, that's what color theory says. Now, where is this blue coming from? Usually the blue comes from the sky, but it's not that strong. And I gotta think that there is something blue maybe around here. There is something blue here that this, at the same time that this light is coming from here, is bouncing in something that's kind of bluish, you know, and that's affecting the skin color in that area. I'm guessing, I don't know. The things that I know because of the color theory, that's the things that you said. The rest I just can guess, because if let's say that we see in the face, we see something red like this, and we say, okay, where's this red coming from? Then we think, okay, light is coming from here, it's bouncing back, and when it bounces back, it kind of carry with that light anything where it's hitting in a reddish wall, it's carrying a little bit of the red and it's bouncing back, and that's why we see the red. Okay, that's the only that's the option that I have. Now, the other thing that I think when I see this photograph, and that's maybe it's because of a retouch, we don't know. It's a retouch photograph, we don't know. What I expect to see when I see this kind of shadow, bluish shadow, I expect to see more yellow here. Why? Because it looks like she's getting hit by this sunlight, and the sunlight is a yellowish light. Okay, I have seen so many images, so many portraits being hit by the sunlight, and sometimes I see that in the shadow, this kind of reflected blue light. Okay, but who knows? You know, there is not absolute. We're trying to guess that. We know theory. By knowing theory, we're trying to explain what is happening here. We explain to ourselves, okay, this color, I see this color because of this, because of that, that's okay, because the light, the skylight, and the sunlight, you know, we have two lights. One light is yellow and the other light is light blue. Those lights affect everything that is outside. When we paint inside, usually we don't have the sun hitting anything. It's usually a kind of neutral ambient light. And we have an open window. The light that's getting in is more like a light blue light. Okay, light blue, that means kind of cool light. Okay, that's what my explanation, try to understand what I see. And now let's paint. We see the color we have here. The color for the shadows, that's going to be a combination between the skin color and this blue. And that would be like, let's say, using a filter. You know, now that it's pretty handy to have those filters that you have, Mary. And that's
Yeah.
like that. That's gonna be something like that. That's the light getting in the middle of these filters. Okay. Now let's prepare. Let's take let's prepare just right away the colors.
Okay.
A question?
You know, it's all in the way that we interpret this image too, because, you know, when I first looked at it, it sort of looked to me like she's outdoors and she's out in desert, but there's still some artificial lighting going on to make the photo as beautiful as it is. That's no way natural light all the way through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So we have
maybe they arrange and they put something blue there to create that reflected light.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense, like you were saying, you know, that makes sense to what color harmony is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, photographers are just like painters, like we do.
Yeah.
Oh, let's add some orange here. Let's add this, and they are thinking, oh my God, this kind of boring. Let's add something more. Let's put this to reflect this bluish color. Wow, looks pretty nice. Yeah. And now with the painters, we have a problem. We're trying to guess what's happening. Where is this reflected light coming from? Know the theory, but we don't know what around here. And now we're trying to guess. Okay.
Sounds great. So those colors look very light, lots of white. Very pale.
Let's see. Okay, our first color, we start from light here and dark here. Our first color is kind of easy. You know, we see that it's basically a lot of white, a little bit of orange. And we can just knock down this with a little bit of blue or black. Okay. A lot of white, touch of orange. And a touch of blue or black. I'm gonna choose black. Almost nothing. Okay. Now that would be one color. Another brush for the next color. Same. Orange, white, black, or blue. You know, I'm trying to, one class use black, the other class use blue. Today it's gonna be about blue. A little bit darker. Okay, that's the next color. There more. That was my second brush. Okay, now the other color again, white, orange, blue. Okay, that was my third brush. So let's wait a couple of minutes, okay? The next mixture is going to be the same, okay? Orange, blue, and white. Now, I know that sometimes at some point, this orange and blue it gets a little bit too grayish. It could be a little bit grayish, and maybe not that, it's not gonna look like a skin color. And I'm gonna add a touch of red. Okay, I know that because that happened to me before with orange and blue. Okay. Okay, now we have these three variations. We're going to mix the next three different. We're gonna start with the darker one. Okay, darker one, that's gonna be just a darker orange. Orange. To make it this darker, we need to add more blue. Okay, and here is kind of brown. And what I do with this color, I used to add a touch of cadmium red to make it more a reddish brown color, brownish color. Okay. I'm gonna mix just a little bit because we're gonna try something different now. We're gonna add a touch of white here to create a lighted value, and let's see, and more white to create a lighted value. What I'm trying to do is create a progressive value scale here between the colors, and more like, let's say, to have more control in order to, let's say, not have this more orangey and this one more yellowish or this one more orangey or something like that. Okay, I think it's working okay. Now I'm gonna prepare more paint. Now, if somebody just like this way of mixing is perfectly okay, that means that in order to create this a value scale, you're gonna split this in two, okay? First, mix this color and then add white and white, more white. I'm gonna repeat this. Orange, ultramarine blue, and cadmium red. Try to get just brown, okay? I'm gonna prepare more paint. Okay, once we have this color. Oops, I need more white. I'm going to add a touch of white for the next mixture. Here, the same brush. A little bit more white. Okay. Now the next mixture, more white, same brush, okay? And we have 3 values there. I need more white. Okay. Now, then we have 3 values. If that works for anybody, that's okay. The only thing that I do, I mean, in my case, I prefer to do is, for example, when I'm doing this, the advantage I think I have, well, no, I'm not gonna say advantage, but difference is like when I mix each color just by itself, and maybe this one is gonna be a little bit orangey. Okay. And maybe this one is gonna be more mute. And obviously, when you mix one by one, it's difficult to get this progressive and perfect gradation. We're gonna end up with some difference. Okay, I think that helps me in terms of some variation of the skin color. Now, I'm not saying that this option is better. I'm just saying what I like. Okay, now I'm giving this option because if somebody wants to try this, it's better. For example, Mary today, she wants to try something like this. And if that works for her, that means that she has to, it could be better for her to use that way of mixing the colors. You know, it's not like right or wrong. It's just what works for each one of you. Remember that little things that's gonna make a difference between one painter and another painter. And we already have, even when we, study or follow a painter, we start to making some difference because it's normal. It's an adaptation. But what we know, what we like, what we are more comfortable with, yeah? And we end up with a different, let's say, variation of the technique. Okay, now let's put some color on the skin. For the blue, we're gonna add the blue like a filter. That means that we're gonna add the blue later. Why? Because we can add even blue right now. Which value? This value, for example, we can add blue, and we have this color. What I don't want right now is to get distracted about getting the roundness on the face. You know, it's like working, let's say, with a grisaille, where we don't think about color, we think about volume. And then when we got that, we add color. Because remember, when we paint a la prima, we can add more color on top of color. Add more and more, more and more. Okay. Now let's paint. Everybody's ready with the colors? Hello,
Yep.
Joyce.
Not quite.
Not quite. Let's take a couple of minutes.
Thank
Renzo,
you.
Renzo, I'm gonna show you where I am. My colors are a little different order. I put the dark here. So I didn't put it down at the bottom as being the darkest. But that's the dark and the 2 lights, and then the next lightest, and then the lightest, and then this one.
Yeah, yeah,
I think this is pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I can see that's good. Yeah, I can see a kind of a really good, perfect, kind of perfect gradation.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
The thing that I find in doing it your way is that, like when I went it needed more red. When you add the white, it really shows what colors are in that dark mixture.
Yeah, that's one
And
thing that's gonna happen.
and I had to adjust a little bit with the lightest color.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's one thing that happens. Sometimes we see a brown. We think we see a brown. We add white.
Yes,
That brown looks like more kind of violish, kind of purple. We say, hey, wait, what's happening there? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So that's gonna happen always when because white tend to cool down the color at the same time.
You
White.
cannot lie when you're using white.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Joyce.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. I just got back from the dentist. They made me a new crown,
Oh, wow.
but I'm not painting tonight because I didn't get around to it before. So I'll just watch.
Okay.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, let's take a break, a couple of minutes.
I'm not,
Let's add some paint. Now we have 3 colors here and 3 colors here. One thing that we need to see here that these colors are, we can separate this group from this group pretty clear. A dark and a light. Darker colors, lighter colors. Okay, let's put some paint. I'm gonna start with this one. We're gonna try to follow the photographs that we can see those, I don't know how to say that, but those blocks, of values. With this one, let's put this one here. Let's see if that works for here. Yeah, I think it works. Here. And let's try this. I'm gonna try this one. And the first one, that's gonna be just the highlight. Here. Yeah, that's okay. Let's go back to this one. Okay. I'm gonna change this color.
So Renzo, right now, are you painting what you know and not what you're seeing on the picture?
No, I'm trying to paint what I see here on the values. I see
On the
this
picture?
here on the picture.
When I look at the, okay, I'm getting confused and I'll tell you why.
Oh yeah, this I'm using this picture. I'm using this picture. I'm gonna put it bigger. This one.
Yes, well, you see, it looked to me like you were using that middle value in other places. I have it right here in front of me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see your painting, your
yeah,
painting.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, let me put here. I have
Pink around the
color.
eye, on the forehead, and she
Yeah.
doesn't have that middle color on her forehead, and you just put it white on her nose. But I did not see that much of the third value all over, like you have it going down to her chin. I don't see that as a third value. I see that as the first value. So I'm getting confused.
Okay, let's try to wait. Okay. This value here, okay, is here.
Yes,
is here.
a
Okay.
little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. And now it's here a little bit all around. And I cannot be so precise at the end. I end
Yeah,
up
but
thinking about
there around the chin, it isn't there.
here, and it's here around the mouth. Okay.
I don't see that there. I see the white, the
Yeah.
color value
Okay.
1 around the mouth. A tiny little bit.
Yeah, let's open this on Photoshop.
My question is, should I follow the picture or should I follow what you're doing?
No, the picture. I'm trying to follow the picture, and the problem is that you and me, and for example, Monique, we are not going to be so precise and the same. We're going to paint the same, but we're going to get a different result. What we're trying to get is the same values as much as possible.
Yeah.
Let me open in Photoshop to see it bigger. Okay, just a minute. Okay. Here I have it. Now, I'm trying to paint right now this color.
Yeah.
This one, this is the color. I have
Yes.
this one here, and look at this, it goes here too.
Just a little line around the chin is what I can show you what I've got.
Yeah, now my brush, I mean, since I'm using a thicker brush, what I have on my painting is something like that. And then on my painting, I have something like that. It looks thicker. Maybe that's confusing you. Yeah. And then the next thing I'm going to paint, that's going to be here and here. Okay, I don't want to, it's just about trying to get this gradation, but about making this like the same, exactly the same, like thickness or narrower of as it is here. For me, that would be like the only way to get to that point, that would be using like a number 0 brush to get this, and then to get to the next value. Now, maybe here the nose, I'm painting this one, yeah? I have something like this right now. I'm gonna put the other value here, and maybe that's gonna be thick too, like this. You know, and then the other one that would be like this, or maybe at the end, I'm gonna just paint this one, and I'm gonna, by blending, let's say, just this dark with this, I'm gonna get the value in the middle. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to be that precise to follow the same space that each value is occupied in the photograph.
I understand that for the very thin spots on the nose, but like you did the side of the nose and part of the cheek in that. Well, now you've got it white, you changed it. But see, like in the chin, this is what I see. See, it's only a little line. This I didn't paint in that color because I think this needs to be the lighter color.
Yeah.
And I don't see it, I don't see all this color all the way up the front and on the side of the eyebrow, I see value 1.
Yeah, but no, here is we try to make something. We're gonna change a little bit some things. For example, we know that here we need to make always around the face a little bit darker. Okay, always around the face a little bit darker. It's just to get the roundness of the face, and that's something that maybe I don't see that, but that's something that we know.
That's why I was asking. My question was, were you painting what you know or what you see?
Yeah, it's
because I mean, I understand I can do what you're doing, but I want to know what you're thinking, and I can't figure that out. So for painting,
it's a combination. It's always a combination between what between what I know and what I see.
Yeah. Okay.
It's always that. Okay, I have two values here. Remember, I mean, you all that I always try to darken up a little bit around the face, on the contour of the face. Okay, and that's a thing that it doesn't matter that I don't see that. I always do that. Okay? Maybe we see in this photo that the light is hitting all the way to the edge, and that's what I see exactly, the light hitting all the way to the edge. I'm gonna make it a little bit darker, just a little bit. Maybe it's something that nobody's gonna notice because it's gonna be so subtle. But that's my intention. And maybe trying to get this subtlety, I won't get there to get that difference in value. But I'm trying to get that because I'm thinking, okay, this is something round. I want to feel this roundness on my painting. Okay, I want to exaggerate that a little bit more than the photograph. Always think about that, okay? Always think about the sphere. The sphere is the basic form that we use for everything. Every time that we want to create the illusion of roundness. That's why we see so many school of arts and painters always explaining how to paint the sphere. That's the reason. It's the same logic. We apply the same logic, how the value change on the surface of the sphere. And then by doing that, practicing that so many times, we start kind of applying the same logic to everything that we paint in order to create the roundness. Okay, I have two values. The first one, that's gonna be for one value that we don't see. We don't see that on this photograph. That would be the highlight here. A highlight here, a highlight on the nose. I'm gonna add more white. Yeah, we don't see simply because the value is there. It's just Photoshop that this filter didn't show me that value, and it's not like it's not there. It's there. We can see clearly the highlight here. We can see clearly that this area is a little bit lighter, that there is a light below here, the corner of the mouth. And there's always a little bit of light here around the corner of the mouth. There is a bump there. A painting with this value, a little bit of the sclera here, trying to insinuate just a little bit of this eye. Pretty lightly. Okay, we're gonna need another value here because there is one value between this and this. Yeah, let's create a new one. Okay.
I will be back. Please excuse me.
Okay, Carol. Okay, I'm creating a new value, and I'm trying to create this one. The next one continues here. There is one that is kind of reddish here. That would be this one. Okay. That would be number one, number two. Yeah, I think there's more than 6.1. This is gonna be number one. Number one, because this is the highlight. Number one, number two, number three, one, two, three, number four, number six, number five, number six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
So where is this mixture going?
Oh, this is close to the other one.
Yeah, but it's going like where the filtrum is
Yeah.
and.
All around here, the mouth,
Mhm.
next to here, the nose, here, the filtrum. Yeah.
Thank you. Now, what's that area between the eyebrows? The furrow or the,
Here,
yeah, like where you're painting now, you're adding that
the
middle,
same, the
that
same,
new,
the
Yeah.
same value. Now,
Okay.
I'm gonna make some mistakes. Pretty sure when adding the values. If I make a mistake, I'm gonna go over with the next value on top of this, that one,
Mhm.
maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah, for example, here you can see here the lower eyelid, the value is not right. What I'm gonna plan to do, pick up the next color or this one, the last one, and put it later here. Not right now. No, right now working with this one. But definitely there's gonna be some corrections. I'm trying to get close. It's kind of building a puzzle, but there's not gonna be like so precise. You know, you also respect the position of the nose, mouth, the eyes, and we're gonna get close. You know, getting
Mhm.
close.
I like how it's coming out so far. I like, because yeah, I'll show you soon.
Okay,
Almost caught up with you.
okay,
Mary, how you doing?
Okay,
okay. I'm going to make this a little bit darker here. Yeah, just that. Okay, I'm gonna take a break, a couple of minutes. I'm gonna continue with the next value. I mean, at the end, the idea is to get this roundness. Remember that
Mm.
it's something spherical. The values that it goes in order to create that the form that create this form that is turning. Okay?
Mhm.
The sides of this spherical form has to be a little bit darker, even when we don't see that. Okay, we can make that a little bit subtle, something subtle. That's gonna be enough to add more volume to. to the face.
Mhm.
Now let's continue with the next value. Okay. This will be this one. I'm gonna make this one a little bit darker, okay? Because these are too close. Okay. I can count here 1, 2, 3. I'm painting the mouth, the lower lip with this value here. Number 4 I have here.
Or, okay.
Okay, from this, what we're gonna get is this knowledge, you know, that this value scale, a gradation is more than, is just the thing. I mean, maybe we're not gonna be so precise if, even if we skip one value or two values, we're gonna get there, okay? Because obviously, right now, with this, I can feel the volume of the face, light, midtones, and getting close to the shadows. That's what we want. And don't worry if you got lost like on one value, because right now, for example, here on the forehead, it's just too much. You can see a lot of values there. I'm not gonna copy all of that. I'm just making just that, and not this. That's enough. A little bit darker here around the face, and that's enough. Pick up a smaller brush. I'm gonna use this color to paint the eye. The value number 4. And I think it's not right. I think I have to use a value number 6 maybe for this. Anyway, I'm using a number 4 right now, and I'm gonna put in number 5 in a minute. Okay, I have to create a new color here. A darker one. Let's see. Yeah, I think this one is better for the eyes, lower eyelid. No, maybe it's too dark. You know, that's gonna be kind of difficult to get this perfectly. But soon, but we're getting close. Remember, getting close is enough here. I squint down my eyes and I see something pretty similar. That means that everything is okay. See, dark, 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 light, light, perfect. Okay, that's perfect. Now I'm gonna use this value number 5. And I'm gonna paint the shadow, all shadow here.
All right, can you
Like,
pause,
oh yeah,
can you
okay.
pause out?
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I'm gonna say what's my plan number 5. the shadow just flat. The number 6, I'm gonna paint the darks on top of the number 5. And then after that, we need even a darker, almost black color, not for the darker areas.
All right, so you haven't used, you've only gone up to number 5.
Yeah, number 5.
Yeah.
All this area, all this.
Yeah, my number 5 looks kind of,
Too
I
dark?
think I need to, no, it looks too light. It has like some red, a lot of, I mean, maybe I can show you real quick.
Yeah, show me.
Gallery. All right, so that was first 1, 2, 3. That was that,
4.
this now 3.
Yeah, yeah. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, that's good.
All
That's good. What you have there is good. I mean, it's a little bit reddish, but that's okay.
Okay.
But what's important? You have a gradation there, and when you paint
Mhm.
this, we gotta see the difference between this dark and this light.
Okay.
We see that everything is okay. Remember,
Okay.
we're gonna change that color. We're gonna add a little bit of blue on top of that color.
Exactly. And I won't go too thick there. Okay. Thank you. And this is
Yeah.
what I have so far.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's good. That's good.
Not blended, of course, but okay, thank you.
It looks nice.
Thank you, Joyce.
Mhm. That's more than using this for painting a portrait. It's an exercise. I mean, it's not like maybe maybe never. Maybe we won't. We're not gonna use this ever to paint a portrait. Yeah, but it doesn't mean like
It's
we
a good
need we need to
exercise.
practice that to understand.
Mhm.
We want to understand how this gradation works.
Mhm.
Or maybe we can use it. I mean, we cannot. Nothing is absolute. Okay. And after having all of this one value, I'm gonna add the darker one, and then I'm gonna add some details. Just the
Mhm.
eyes, nose, and mouth. Okay, no blending yet. And then we're gonna add a little bit of color to the nose, the cheeks, the chin, a little bit of reddish here, and a little bit of greenish colors on the face that we need to memorize. Remember, we need to memorize that. That's the only way to memorize this is by repetition, the reddish colors on the face, the greenish colors, and it's up to you how much we add of those colors. Okay? Keep in mind that we can go from something pretty soft, like a Bulgaro, kind of Bulgaro painting, to something like a Nelson Chanks, something colorful. It's just what we want. I don't think that obviously any of those painters has copied reality exactly the way it is. It's more like copying reality, but changing a little bit to what they wanted. So a colorful portrait or a more mute portrait. Okay, let's take a break, a couple of minutes. No, I was adding this value here. Now, sorry, that was number 5. Eh? Now let's add this number 6, the darker one. I'm gonna make it a little bit darker. Orange, blue, a touch of red. Okay, a touch of black, almost nothing, almost nothing. Okay, where I see this, I see it going like this, around here, from here. Here, and here on the nose. Okay, just that. I'm gonna put more paint. Look at that, all how it's going like this, and here, just that. With this color, I'm gonna paint a little bit of the iris, the upper eyelid. A little bit of the hair here. There. Where is, okay, the mouth, the upper lip. With this value, I'm gonna just paint here, the middle of the mouth. Okay. Let's take another break, a couple of minutes. Next step, just let's prepare a darker color and let's paint the hair. And the hair, just the hair. Okay, maybe what's gonna happen is this. Maybe we're gonna have something like this. Number 1, 2, or 1, 2. Maybe you, Monique, this is gonna be your number 1. 1, 2, 3. Maybe for Mary, that's gonna be a number 1. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe if somebody else is painting, maybe this is gonna be a number 1. The thing is, we need to have this a value scale
But-
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but why did you start your number 1 in the middle, you know, not in the middle, but the second one down, as opposed to starting it at the top?
Yeah, because this was the highlight.
Okay,
I made a
but you
mistake.
mixed it first, didn't you?
Yeah, sorry?
You mixed it first, but you didn't
Yeah,
call
I
it
mixed it first.
one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, just
I-
like that's, I'm with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
even yeah.
I got my 7 brushes
Yeah,
in
that's okay.
order.
Yeah, let's call this now value number 0.
Okay,
In order to have it here with a number. Yeah, no, that's my mistake, you know, because I didn't think about that at the very beginning. I was worried about getting the values on the light, these
Yeah.
three values,
Yeah.
and the
No,
values
it's
for the shadows.
I mean, had I paid more attention, I would have gotten it the same as you, but you know, I'm just like
Mm.
catching up. But all is good.
Mhm. Okay, let's continue then.
But edges to smooth out though, but yeah, I'm caught pretty much, except for the eyes. I mean, except for the details in the eyes, like the irises. I haven't darkened them yet. Let me try to do that real quick. What color eye she's got?
No, but okay.
Brown.
I haven't worked on details yet. I'm planning to do
Yeah.
it. Just my
I,
last
I,
painting
I
was
don't like to brush the eyes, so I'm good to go with the hair if that's what you want to do next,
yeah.
you know? Okay, so the
Okay.
hair.
Let's paint the
Black.
hair. I'm mixing black, red,
Red.
and a touch of orange.
Mhm.
I'm going lightly with the brush, okay, on the air. I'm just gonna paint the hair just flat. We're gonna prepare more paint. Red and black. I added too much hair here, but that's okay. I'm just gonna kind of blend a little bit, kind of fade this with the background. Red, black, and orange. Okay, I'm gonna wait for your. After this, I'm gonna use brush number 0 to work a little bit on details on the eyes, nose, and mouth. And after that, we're gonna add the reddish colors on the face. Okay. If you wanna show my painting, Monique, Mary? No, you can show me your paintings anytime.
Yeah, I'm still working on the hair.
Okay, okay. After that, then
I'd like to have a little bit of a break so I can refresh my tea.
okay. Okay, let's take a longer break. 10 minutes.
Okay, so yeah, it's 10 of, so at the top of the hour. Mary, are you with us?
Yep, I am. I hear you.
Okay,
Let's take
I'm
the
gonna,
break.
I'll be back to continue to work and then I'll show you. Thank you,
Yeah, I'm
Renzo.
on the hair.
Okay, now I'm gonna use a brush number 0. This is number 2, number 0. Wait, where's my number 0 brush? Okay, it was on the floor.
Mhm.
On my floor, there's lots of stuff.
Yeah.
I dropped a whole jar of paintbrushes the other day and I have not picked them up. They were clean, just so you know.
Yeah. Okay. This work. No, I always work a little bit in one eye, then the next eye, step back. Okay, first I have the image to my left. I can easily just trace a line and see if the position of the eye is okay, if I have to move it a little bit up or a little bit lower. Okay, now the nose. I'm not pressuring too much, just on the air, like using a pencil. That means I'm not laying down almost no paint. Just that. Step back, check out. Yeah, looks like everything is okay. Going back to the eyes again, just to make more details. I'm gonna zoom in. I wanna zoom in the image. Yeah. Okay. Now here. A little bit darker here, just lightly with the brush, enough just to mix this darker color with the color that was previously here. Okay. I'm gonna mix black and white. And paint a little bit of the sclera. You know, this black and white is gonna work like a light, a gray, a bluish gray. And that's what I want for the sclera. Okay. Okay, now again, I'm going over the eyes, nose, and mouth. I'm gonna just use a reddish color. Okay, I'm adding a lot of red and a lot of alizarin crimson. And I'm gonna paint the upper eyelid. Okay, now the other eye. Upper and lower eyelid. The nostril here. We can see on the photograph it's pretty red. to okay, more red, coming red to paint the lips. I'm gonna mix red with this number 4 and with a touch of white. Paint the lower lip. I'm gonna use the number 1 to retouch here a little bit below the lower lip. Okay. Stick again, couple of minutes. Next step, I'm gonna add all the reddish colors on the face. Okay. How you doing, Mary? Let me know.
I'm okay.
Let me know. You wanna show me a painting?
I'm way behind
Okay.
on the details of the face, on the
Okay.
eyes. Just having a hard time keeping up today.
The eyes, you have to go slower, no matter how you look at it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a break, couple of minutes. Okay, let's see some paintings.
All right, there she is.
Yeah. Okay, that's
The
pretty
only place that doesn't have any paint is right there at the top of her head, but
Mhm. Yep.
And I
that's
haven't
pretty-
blended.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I can feel the roundness on the face. Just one thing, here,
Mhm.
you need to darken up the glitter in this area.
yeah, yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
The eye is just that. I mean, everything is okay. I
I
mean,
kind of like,
light up
one
the
look-
lower lip, but we're in the process to doing that.
yeah,
But every time that we paint an eye, we need to imagine, for example, that eye is a ball.
mhm,
Okay, it's a ball, and if you let's say paint a ball here
mhm.
without painting the iris, it's gonna have light here. Okay, it's gonna be like that, something like that. Okay, now
Mhm.
and the highlight obviously around here. Now let's imagine that we put on top of that the iris. The iris is gonna be here.
Yeah,
Okay, and we put upper eyelid, lower eyelid. Okay, the thing is that we're gonna see a little bit of light here, okay, because of the sphere, but this area here, that's gonna be in shadow. I wanna make it a little
yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm not done with the eyes. You know, I know what you're talking about, but
yeah, and always think this is a ball, a sphere
yeah,
inside, and every time that we paint the ball,
I'm gonna draw a circle around the eye right now, just because I
Mm.
just add a couple of quick brush marks and it made it look wonky. So
yeah,
I'll keep working.
yeah. This thing is not just for you, for everybody. Yeah.
Mhm.
This thing is something that we need to think about that when we are painting the eye. Is the knowledge that we need to complement what we see, because sometimes when we don't see that clearly, For example, another thing that happens on the eye is a little bit darker here on the corner. And obviously here, why? Because it's the same here, darker here, darker here, darker here, and lighter where? Lighter up here and down here. If the light is coming, usually, I mean, in this case, the light is coming from here. You know, that's gonna happen. Light, light, shadow, and a little bit of shadow here. Obviously, not too much because all this area is in light, but with the intention that understand that that's a ball and the upper eyelid is covering the ball. It's following is the same. The upper eyelid is following the same light. That's why when we add light here, we add light in this area. Just there, the light doesn't go all the way here. Why? Because it's following the same. It's light. It's getting light exactly like this sphere. Okay. And the only thing that changed here when we have this pattern of light and shadow, you know, shadow here, all this in shadow is here around the tear duct. That change, okay, that change because this is light, this is light, this is round, and this is coming something like flat, a little bit flat here, and then it goes up. A little bit of flatness in this area, just a little bit. That's why the tear duct, around the tear duct is getting a little bit of light around here. Okay. I'm gonna work a little bit here. This portion of the sclera that is getting some light. And when we add light to the sclera, remember that the upper eyelid is always casting some shadow, okay, on top of the eye. This example about the sphere is the same that's happening on the nose here. Here the nose, we have the same. On the nose, we can see that the nose is like a sphere, all this. Okay, it's getting light one side, the highlight. And then when we paint the cheek bone, another sphere here. In here a little bit, and then here the egg shape. And kind of the face is forming because of these spherical forms. Okay. And now, when you're painting, when everybody's painting a portrait, we gotta be thinking, okay, about that spherical form and thinking, okay, I need, for example, when we paint the chain, sometimes we do a mistake like this. We paint the light all the way to the edge, just like this. Okay. When we paint this like this, we are making this flat. We're making the chain flat, and even it could look a little bit longer because it has just light. Now, without checking out the photograph, you know, we gotta try to remember that when we paint something spherical, we need a shadow around that always the light is kind of in the middle. Not in the middle exactly, but it's not on one side. I see this and I know without checking with the photograph that there is a mistake here, that I need a shadow here. Okay. Now, when you, let's say you check out your old paintings, paintings that you have painted, you all have painted in, I don't know, a couple of years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Okay. When you check out that practice, using this knowledge, looking for rounded forms, maybe you're gonna find the change is just, it was flat. You don't look for the original photograph to compare. Just go over those things. I mean, look for those spherical forms all over the face. They are all over there. Okay, now let's add the reddish colors on the face. We add just camel red. Check out the color and add a little bit of that. Looks okay. If you can feel that's too pinky, add a little bit of orange. It's not to make it this orangey, it's just to add this, make this pink a little bit warmer. Check out, it's okay. No, it's not. Add more red and orange. I like it now. Okay, usually this area, it has a lot of pink here. And the nose. In the same way we add in this pink, in the same way we gonna add the blue on the shadow, okay? Okay, more orange. And a little bit of pink. Remember, it depends on your painting. Maybe you add the pink and you feel that it's too cool, it's not working okay on your painting, you add a little bit of orange. When you paint the chin, don't go all the way down. When you paint the cheek, don't go all the way down with this pink to the chin, okay? There is an area here around the mouth where the color is a little bit gray down. Sometimes we represent that with a little green, gray. It depends what we want. I keep saying that what we want because some painters just love to add more color. Some painters just love to mute the color. Some painters just love to kind of change the color. Let's say you can use violet, purple, with a lot of white, and instead of green, I have seen some painters using purple. Obviously mixed with the skin color, and amazing. The result is amazing. Okay. Now I have a reddish areas on the face. Okay. Add a little bit more of orange. Now I want to add some greenish areas on the face. Okay. I'm gonna mix blue, yellow, and white. Okay, that's now the greens are optional, okay? Sometimes we don't add this green. Sometimes with the reds are okay. Those are optional. It depends. I mean, if you don't like it, That's okay. You don't need to add those colors. The reds, that is something that we should always add. Okay, a little bit of green. We know between the eyes and the nasal bone, we see some green. Here around on the lower part of the eye, the lower eyelid, close to the cheekbone, we see a little bit of green. Okay. This area, we see a little bit of green too. And around the mouth, it could be, like I said, it could be pretty clear, it could be pretty subtle. It's just up to you. It could be sometimes kind of just gray, or it could be pretty greenish. I'm gonna stop after adding this. I'm gonna try to keep it visible, not to blend it to for everybody to see it. Okay, yes, basically here, 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 and here. I need to darken up the screen, this value.
I'm sorry, Renzo. Maybe you could just go over where you're adding the green again.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah. The green is the nasal bone
Yeah.
between the eyes. Here below let's say the corner of the eye, below the corner of the eye, there's a little bit of green there. It's a little bit, okay? Just a little bit, it's pretty subtle, that area. And then
Yeah.
around the mouth, it's just like the same, like where the beard grows on a man.
Mm-hmm.
On a woman, there is no green, but there's a subtle variation there. The skin color, like let's say, is kind of orangey everywhere, and that there is a little bit grayish. Yeah. And then the reds, the nose, cheek, chin, upper and lower eyelid. Okay. Now, right now, it's okay if, for example, you look at my nose, it's more reddish, darker here. That's okay. For example, I need to make this area a little bit darker. No, I'm getting close. Okay, I'm gonna adjust that. I'm gonna adjust that little by little. We don't need to be so precise on every brush stroke. Kind of the next brush stroke is gonna correct, okay, the previous brush stroke. It's gonna correct the value, it's gonna correct the color. Okay. Now, one thing about the highlights, here we can just make a change if we want here, add a little bit of yellow to the highlights. The one thing is what we see, okay? And remember, one thing is what we have in front of us and how we can make it better. You know, if sometimes we're gonna nail it, like the color values that's gonna be pretty close to the photograph, and that's perfect. Okay, sometimes it's not gonna be close. When it's not close enough, okay, and you feel that you want to improve it, then you can start changing even more things that maybe that you have planned to change it before. And one thing that would be color temperature. Okay, you can make, for example, here the color warmer, more orangey, more yellowish. You need those options. It's not to use them, but you need to have those options. Just it's like you have the brushes on your table, you have those options there. Those options that's going to be about color, that's going to be about the highlights. Okay, if I mix white and yellow, this highlight is going to glow more than the other highlights. Why? Because yellow is like that. Yellow is just like that. Yellow is a color that's going to glow, that's going to represent light. Yellow represents light more than white. Okay, white light up a color, but doesn't represent a strong light. Now, these things in painting are pretty subtle. So many painters use them, and we don't even realize that there is some yellowish color there. We think we see some color that is glowing, and we think that's all it's pretty close to the photograph. We don't know what's glowing. Why it's glowing? It's glowing because of this little touch of yellow there that's creating contrast. Okay. Now, when you analyze a painting, think about that, because sometimes when we see a highlight glowing, pretty sure there is something is happening there. When you see a highlight, like, oh my God, that's amazing how this painter has represented light there. You gotta analyze that. If something is happening, it's about contrast. No, it's some subtle, cool color there. You're next to the highlight, or the highlight it has a little bit of yellow. Okay, or the highlight it has a little bit of blue, and around that the color is warmer. That happens all the time. Those are the subtleties that we don't look for. Okay, and we need to get used to look for those colors, those subtleties here and there. Okay. Where we see those subtleties and what painters? Painters like that used to enhance the color a lot. We see those subtleties there. Okay, like the study we did of Stephen Azarel painting. You can see those violets, pure reds. You knock down everything just kind of disappeared. And we don't see those colors anymore, but those colors are there, are very visible when a painter decides just to kind of enhance everything. Okay, remember every time you analyze a painting, every time that you see a Richard Smith painting, think, where are those little touches of color, little pure accents? Analyze the balance between how much gray down colors are in the painting, how much pure colors. It's just like it's just the perfect balance. Sometimes I feel like I can even weight those colors. And I would like to be able to get to that point to control that and use it on my paintings, like having a formula, but it's kind of really difficult to get to that extreme. There is a lot of things that we can explain in painting, and there is a lot of things that we cannot explain in painting. That just some touches that change everything, and we don't know how to get there, how to kind of replicate that. It does makes a difference, between the amazing painters that were able to do that. Okay, let's add a little bit of light to the lower lip. Just, a little bit of pink. Okay, but analyze that, look for that, okay, in every painting. That's the way, that's how you all need to read every painting you see. Okay. Okay, let's take a break, couple of minutes. I have to stop a fight between two cats.
Part-
Okay, let's see some paintings. Tell me, Mary, you were saying something.
Oh, nice.
Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah. Wow, that's pretty good.
what
Nice.
I'm having trouble with her is the color that is on the shadow side. It
Yeah.
just doesn't really work for me. And
Yeah.
I think that goes all the way back to when we were mixing our puddles of paint, in our grade scale. I just didn't have the right color there. So
Mhm.
I don't know, when I look at it on the camera right now, it doesn't look bad to me.
Yeah, no, but it look, okay, let's say that it doesn't look okay for you comparing with the photograph, but the painting just there alone is
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah,
I mean, I
I
see
have the photograph here.
light and shadow. Yeah, if I compare with the photograph,
Yeah.
I gotta say that the shadow, it needs to be darker. But if I see the painting alone, it's perfect. Okay,
Okay.
At some point, we're not gonna be able to get too close to the photograph. Okay, that's where when you use the things that we know, it's not just there, but it's when we use more the things that we know. Okay, we're gonna add some extra color and extra. I mean, the painting is perfect. The painting is pretty
Okay.
good.
It
The
looks beautiful.
color is pretty good. Nothing. The sclera here because that's gonna add more volume to the eye.
Mhm.
Pardon me? Say it again.
Yeah, add more shadow to the sclera.
Oh,
This
more
side,
shadow.
the
Okay.
left side of the eye. The left.
Okay. Yeah, there's no shadow.
Yeah, there's no shadow there. Yeah, just that. Just that. And
Okay.
highlights, we still need to add highlights, a highlight on the nose.
Yeah,
Everything is okay.
that's where I'm at. Did you paint a flower on her ear?
No, I was painting an eye here.
Eyeball.
It looks like a flower. I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah,
Looks very nice.
You should
Yeah,
put
yeah,
one
yeah.
there.
yeah. Let's add some flowers.
All right, there's one more spot I want to cover, and then I'm gonna share.
Okay. Next step, I'm gonna wait for you. Okay, next step that's gonna be adding the blue.
Whoa.
It doesn't mean that we end up with the rest. I mean, we're not done. We gotta go back again to add a highlight, to add more red or orange, add more light to the lower lip. We still need to see where is gonna be our lightest light and add more light there, knock down another area. Be sure that, for example, the value here close to the edge of the face is a little bit darker to create some roughness, because this area, let's say, this kind of dangerous because we can end up with something flat here. We don't want that. And then edges. What about the edges? Okay, we gotta think we're gonna just kill some edges. We're gonna sharpen some edges. We're gonna follow the photograph on that, or we're going to basically just create our own atmosphere with edges. The amazing thing about what I like about this photograph, for example, is maybe we can do some brush strokes like that and leave the brush strokes there, create the effect of some movement on the hair.
Hmm.
Maybe
You
we
know,
can do that because like that. Who knows? I mean, there are some things that we can try to break up those edges and at the same time add some movement to the hair. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Brush stroke is just like our brush stroke is just like words. You know, we're writing a poem.
Mm-hmm.
And the words is just those kind of like a I don't know, it's like a slice of a sword. That's the way to say it. When the sword cut something,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. A brush stroke could be. I mean, I'm not saying that we're gonna add brush strokes everywhere for the hair here, combined with some softness here. You know, it's always balanced. Like the same way that there is a lot of gray down colors and some really high contrast, high saturated colors is the same. Some softness, sharpness. Oh, let's see. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Nice.
Still working on the eyes and the sclera in the eyes. They're still too white. And I
Yeah.
want to
Wow.
still work
Yeah,
some of the
That's
detail.
really nice.
yes, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay.
I haven't really blended anything except for trying to make this edge a little bit softer.
Yeah, but you already have some softness, for example, here. Maybe
Yeah, I
it wasn't the
was trying
orientation,
to,
but we always kind of soften some areas just by moving our brush back and
Mhm.
forth without intention, without thinking that we're gonna blend something. We do that.
mm-hmm.
Okay, it's pretty good, Monique. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Let's Now, what was the next step? Oh, add the blue. That's okay. We continue, or let's take a break, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, yeah, to make some corrections.
Yeah, maybe just a few more minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Be here. You're talking blue.
Okay. Now, let's pick up clean brush. I'm gonna use this brush that I use for blending, round brush. Okay. We have two options here. We can just mix a bluish color and add it like with a brush stroke. Yeah. And blend it. Or we can just use, okay, I'm gonna try both because it depends on which one you can use. Okay, let's say this a little bit bluish, and we can go like that, really lightly. Okay,
Oh, wow.
that would be like I can add a glaze. We don't need too much, okay, because this is a bluish color, but it's not pure blue. Just with a little bit, that's gonna be enough. Okay, now the other option that's gonna be change one of these colors. Let's say because of the value, let's change the number 4. Blue and white, very mixed with the skin color. We add a brush stroke there. So the result is a little bit different, but it's not like you know, it's not like one way is better than the other. It's just I'm trying to give you both options. If I gotta say which one is easier, I think the easier one is just picking up the brush for blending and going really lightly with the blue. Now, in painting, easier It's better. Okay, I have the blue. That's okay for me. Okay, remember, because of the effect of the light, the upper part is gonna be a little bit bluish. It's not that I see that, okay? It's that I know that because of color theory. And sometimes I doubt even about that, because I think, okay, I know that I'm gonna add more blue here, but I don't see it. What would you do between what you see and what you know? Okay, that would be a good question. Okay, usually I follow what I know, because I mean, I have done the same so many times, and let's say that 80% of the time works. The 20% of the time that didn't work, it's because of me. It's not because of the rule. It's because of me that maybe I added too much of one color, but we can make this kind of we can add a lot of blue, and we can say maybe too much, and we can say, oh, the rule doesn't working. It's not working. Look at my painting. It just doesn't work. It's not that, it's just that we kind of exaggerated too much. And obviously, it's gonna look like it's not working. Okay, I'm gonna mix just blue and white. I'm gonna try to add a touch here in the nose, like an accent, okay? Let's see. Now, can you see that touch on the nose?
Yes,
My intention is I see a light there. At the same time, my intention is to separate the nose, from the cheek.
yes.
Very nice.
Now, another light that I'm not adding is a little bit of a light here on this eye. It looks like it has a little bit of orange, yellow, this light. Okay. I'm gonna add some orange in the iris. A brush stroke there. I'm gonna blend it, and again, or yellow. Okay, I'm gonna use pure black for the eyelashes here, okay? And for the iris, for the pupil, sorry. Then I highlight here. Okay, now the other eye. I'm gonna add pure orange. A touch there, a little bit of yellow. Now pure white, pure black for the eyelashes. Now, this pure black is not gonna stay pure here because I'm moving the brush. It's very mixed. End up like a really dark color, but it's not gonna look black, and that's okay. Some I want a dark color. Sometimes black could be too strong on a painting. Okay, here is one of the areas that I consider difficult. The upper eyelid. Why? Because we need to create some roundness here. The illusion that this is thick and is rounded. And this is difficult. We make this dark and we have to blend this up to the upper part here. And then we need to add light here. Okay. Now again, the upper eyelid. At the same time we add light, we need to add color because we can see clearly that there is a lot of red here. And I think that's not the skin color, that's makeup. Using a different crimson to paint this shadow here. Okay. Again, this orangey color to add the light here. Okay. Okay. Let's add highlight. I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow too, with white, a little white, okay? I'm adding this highlight with this brush stroke like this. Okay, another brush stroke like this here. Light here around the nostril. Remember, we paint the mouth, there is more light. This area close to the center of the mouth. And as it goes to the corner of the mouth, we need to make this blur, a little bit blurry. Okay, if we exaggerate that, that's gonna be okay. Make this sharp and to the corner blurry, okay? Remember, I'm gonna repeat that so many times. I'm adding some highlights here. This make the eye looks wet, and sometimes add some emotion to the eye, like she's about to cry. I see that light on the eye. No, I'm just exaggerating that a little bit. But look at the difference between here, that's the white of the eye here, and the white of the eye here is completely dark. If we light up this, that's gonna be just a little bit, okay? It's pretty dark. It's pretty dark. A little bit of highlights on the lower lip. Light on the upper lip. The upper lip is kind of half of the upper lip is in light and the other half is in shadow. Okay, I'm adding a little bit of light here. This blue light. Just here. I don't go with this light to the corner of the mouth. The corner of the mouth is darker. How you doing?
Well, I ended up starting to blend because when I started to add the blue, I had to blend it.
Okay, let's see, let's see. Maybe
I don't know. I don't think it has enough blue in it quite yet, but
that's okay. Don't worry, don't worry. If maybe more important than the blue, that's gonna be the no blending.
yeah, well, no, I'm not gonna blend everything, but like I just felt like I had to blend a little bit in order to get some blue in there because there was no other way to add it.
Okay,
And you
okay,
can-
okay, okay.
Now, maybe the layer underneath was too thick, because I couldn't really add it very well. It's there, but it's very subtle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Okay,
still
okay.
trying to fix this side of the nose.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. I think don't worry about the blue. I think the blue, your painting is working pretty good now. Just one thing here. Soften the
Yeah.
edge here.
Yeah,
You're about to do that, yeah. The blue, you can add it maybe in a couple of days, glaze, and then you're gonna have the blue.
Yeah, maybe that's why, because like I said, I did try not to paint too thickly, but I don't know. This is on paper. And I think I might have only primed it twice, so I kind of felt like it was actual paper, but
Yeah, the painting is pretty good. Don't.
Nice work, kid.
Yep.
thank
That
you.
looks really, really nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep working on it. I'll probably be up until like 2 o'clock.
Oh
This-
dear.
Yeah.
I can
We
hopefully I
too,
don't
we
have,
too.
huh? What?
We all,
You
we
too?
all, let me hear.
Yeah, probably.
Eh,
All right, I'll
see,
stop
Mary.
sharing.
Mary, let's see your painting.
I'm here. I am here.
Wow.
Okay. That's
Now,
pretty good.
I put a
Yeah.
big blob of white on there so it looked white, but something's got to happen with it. I think it's got to be blended, like Monique says.
Add a little bit of yellow to that white, okay? A little bit, just a touch.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
to make it
I
glow.
like
Yeah.
the way it looks.
Yeah, but
It's kind of funky.
yeah, but that's okay. That's pretty good.
Mhm.
Everything's pretty good. Let me check out. Yeah, everything's pretty good. Just blend that a little bit, and that's it. And you need to darken up still.
Some more?
See, and here too.
Okay.
Still darken up
Yeah.
here, darken up here, and
Yeah.
soften the edge of the upper lip.
Okay.
It's better for a painting even to have a blurry painting than a sharp edges. Blurry
Okay.
edges, even that we don't see, let's say, a blurry edge, if we, by mistake, maybe we blurry all the edges, and the painting is gonna look better. Always.
Mhm.
Okay, it's gonna add.
All my hair around the hair, I blurred a lot,
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good.
and
Yeah.
then I added like the number 5 color in the hair in a couple of places. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, just the mouth, the upper lip. That's the one that.
Oh yeah, well you can. Okay.
Hey, Renzo,
Yeah.
can you take your value card and put it on our side, her left side, from our point of view, on her cheek, see what the value of that really is? Put it right on top of it so I can see the color. Yeah, no, yeah, like that.
Value kind of yeah, between these two, yeah.
Yeah, what are those two? I can't read what it says.
Yeah, it says 80%, 70%. Counting
Okay.
like 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 7, 8.
Okay,
9.
so it's 8. And then what about her other side?
Yeah,
What
the
do
other
you have for her?
side. Let's see, that would be kind of between these values.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, about
Yeah.
that.
be between this one.
That's a very good help.
Yeah, it is really.
A nice idea, Joyce.
Yeah, I wish I had one of those with holes in it. Where'd you get that one?
It is holes.
Yeah, where do you get that one? I haven't seen that one.
Yeah.
I
It says
got it
fixes.
off the internet. And
That's a
it
good-
came in, it came as a combination with a proportional divider.
Oh, okay, nice.
That, a color wheel, and a window.
Okay, that's super.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah, nice. Yeah,
and they're laminated.
that's better even yet. Yeah.
This is nice.
that
Yeah,
is nice.
if you were doing landscapes or
Perfect.
something.
Yeah.
Viewfinder, yeah.
Viewfinder, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, the
I've
name-
used,
Pixes.
oh, okay. I've used those viewfinders when I did plein air landscape things. when-
Yeah,
In the rain and snow and wind and falling in the river, that sort of thing.
Mhm, mhm.
That
you
looks
got
great.
it.
Yeah. Hey, Renzo, I have another question, then I'm gonna stop talking. You know, when we do those impasto pieces on our, well, say we do a Rembrandt or something like that. Do you put the oil on, let's say cardboard or paper towel to take a lot of that oil out of it so it's thicker? Or do you use a gel of some sort? 'Cause I
Uh,
have,
no, I don't do nothing, just the oil paint.
Yeah,
it
because
should
I have a
be-
lot of
it should be
oil
enough
paints
to
that
use
I-
with pure oil paint just to get to the thickness.
yeah, a lot of my oil paints are kind of oily.
Okay. Oh, okay, in that case, yes. In that case, you put it on top of let me think.
Cardboard or paper
Before
towel.
before using, you can squeeze out a little bit of paint on paper towel
Yeah,
before using, just an hour before.
right,
Wow.
yeah.
The other thing is, put the tube upside down, open the tube upside down and leave it there overnight.
And drain it.
Yeah, and drain it
Yeah.
just overnight. Yeah.
Okay. I do have some.
There are some colors that are gonna be oily anyway. There's no way to, like for example, at least in crimson.
Yep,
That's the way it is. It's just the pigment is. There is no way to do anything about that.
yeah,
And ultramarine blue, the same.
yep.
Lemon yellow.
Man-made colors, yeah,
Yeah, and there are some other colors that they shouldn't be like that.
Right.
But anyway, if you feel that it's more, than there's no
Yeah.
usual, it's not the normal, then you can drain out a little. So no.
yes, some brands are pretty oily, like Vasari is kind of oily.
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it is. They have the same consistency in every one of their colors and, I would
They
like
have what?
the same oily, the consistency,
Oh,
yeah, on all their colors,
Mm.
but it's a little bit too oily for me.
Yeah, the brand that I found is pretty good, is the Rembrandt.
Yeah, Rembrandt's good.
Rembrandt is pretty, the white, for example, the titanium white,
Uh-huh,
I have to use a little bit of linseed oil.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather have to use linseed oil than,
Yeah.
have it dripping.
yeah, that's not nice.
Mm.
Okay, thank you. I was wondering about that. I haven't done it. I know that you can do it. I just haven't.
Mhm.
Usually my paint gets, it's on my palette and it's covered, but it gets a little bit thicker as time goes on. I like it better when it's been sitting in there for a while.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember I have a friend, I haven't seen him for a while, but he used to do that.
Yeah,
in order to get those some thick brush strokes.
right.
Yeah. In my case, I prefer kind of in the middle, not too thick, not too thin, not too watery, but you just what you like.
Oh, that's ideal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joyce, where do you buy your Vasari paints from?
From Vasari.
Vasari?
Yeah,
Okay.
online. It's vasari.com, I think.
Okay.
They're very nice colors and everything like that. They're, well made, but, they worked on them. They worked really hard to make them the same consistency. And, I'm sure there's a reason for that. I didn't like it. but-
When I went to the Nelson Shanks workshop up in Philadelphia, that's what he had in his shop,
Oh, yeah.
was Vasari paints. I'd never heard of them.
Casey Childs uses it too, only. That's what he uses.
Who did?
Casey Childs,
I don't know that one.
don't you know? Yeah, okay. Well,
No.
yeah, I don't know where he lives. But Casey Childs, he does also still life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, between the two of them. Yeah. I have a bunch of Vasari because they have several kind of really, I mean, you don't really, I know we don't talk about these things, but they've got a series of colors that are, what do they call it? Yeah, what do they call these? They're, I'm drawing a blank on it. Impressionist colors, like, they're light colors. They're really pretty. I don't use them for impressionistic stuff, but they've got some brilliant yellow light, which I kind of like for highlights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's got titanium in it to make it lighter. It's kind of nice. I mean, you really don't need a box of 8 of their dark colors, another box of 8 of their earth colors that are real light, which are really.
So they sell them in sets?
They sell them in sets. They sell them individually too. I don't like their. What I don't like is their lead white, because then it's too oily. I want my lead white to be pretty long and chunky.
Yeah.
Yeah. The rest of them are pretty good, I guess, for a lot of things. They're nice for you want a soft painting.
Joyce, did you get a lot of snow?
We did. We were snowed in for, I don't know, 5 days or so.
Right.
Yeah.
Same
And
in Southern, same in Oregon.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, it was nasty. Now we've got a atmospheric river of rain coming in.
Oh,
Yeah, that happens. It comes, a big volley of rain comes and rains for a day and stops for a little bit and then keeps, another comes in and comes in. And so we're at this moment, it may not be raining, but it will be later and hard. It doesn't rain in the summer, it only rains at this time of year. And then it's about freezing temperature, so that the roads are icy usually. Fun. Yeah.
You heard about the traffic tie-up in Virginia,
Yeah.
that 15, that's not far from where I'm at.
Oh, really? That's horrible.
really?
It was awful, yes.
Yeah. Really horrible.
What is that thing on her hair?
It's a flower.
That's a flower.
You can't
Oh.
tell?
No,
It's impressionistic.
I was painting an eye here.
Oh,
Painting an eye and that
Nobody believes
coming
that's
out.
an eye, Renzo.
It
Yeah,
doesn't look like an eye to me.
It doesn't look like an eye to me either. You tell them it's a flower.
yeah. It started out as an eye, end up with coming out as a flower.
It's a happy mistake.
It's a happening.
Now you're having fun, Renzo.
Right?
Right?
One thing that I'm doing here, I'm adding, as you can see, a touch of orange with white. I'm mixing a touch of yellow with white, and next to that, a touch of light blue.
Huh.
You see the light blue there.
Very nice.
Just a little touch. You can see a little bit of orange on the nose.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, just this orange here. Little subtle touches, okay? Just subtle touches. For a
That's
distance,
very nice.
and yeah. For example, one thing that I still remember about the sergeant painting, it was how he added some pure red, on the mouth, on the nostril, and I love that. And I'm using a lot of that on my paintings, just
Yeah.
pure red. Okay, and sometimes it looks too light and mix it with alizarin crimson. Put it when I see a dark shadow, especially on the mouth and the nostrils.
Oops, you heard that, didn't you?
I
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
What? Oh, what? My bird bite the other bird?
Walk.
Yeah, that was Babe biting Bill. Because Babe's a pill.
You didn't get used to the cold weather, Carol.
Heck no. No, no, no. For someone with really bad arthritis, like myself, the cold weather is a downer.
Yeah, plus it's humid and that makes it worse.
Well, I couldn't get past the cold and the snow and having to walk the dog when it started to melt and it's so slippery and
Oh, yeah.
but cold. And we at our place, we only have a stove, a iron stove. We have to keep adding logs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
So it's not warm everywhere, just around the stove, right? It's cold.
it's
when you walk away.
Cold.
Yeah,
cold.
very cold.
And we have little heaters like in the bedroom, of course, because you remember that show Green Acres? That's what it's like.
Yeah.
With
Oh,
me on
really?
with me on the farm with Farmer Joe. It's
There you
impo-
go.
yeah,
Ava Gabor. Oh, wait.
exactly. Exactly.
That's the one thing I don't miss about Alaska is wood. Well, wood stove. We've got 2 fireplaces in this house and they're both gas.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
just hit a button and I got fire.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Tired of chopping wood. We
Right?
did all kinds of stuff with wood. We got boards, we got planks, we got scrap from the lumber yard. Finally had a lumberjack that went out and brought a cord and a half when he went out and had an empty truck and he'd show up at dinner time and give you a cord and a half.
I like
Wow.
it.
Strong as an ox, this
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
One
Wow,
time I made pork chops for dinner and
Mhm.
he came in and he ate them all.
All right. He's hungry.
I asked him if he was hungry, wanted to eat, and he said, sure. And away he went.
That's funny.
That was
Yeah.
nice of you.
Well, but I don't miss the wood part at all. And
Good.
it's really hard to chop the wood. These
Mhm.
people take an axe and a hatchet and I couldn't do it. And we had all kinds of axes,
Yeah.
that split apart, trying to
Yeah.
split the wood like a finger thing that went out.
Right.
You don't want that, right, Carol?
Hell no.
Yeah, I know.
My Joe bought a splitter and
Oh, yeah.
a chipper and you
Oh,
know.
he did a chipper. He's really into it. He did a chipper.
Oh, God.
We had a splitter and had to have our truck fixed, so we had a ball put on the end to be able to haul it around. But even that, you don't want to use a splitter. People say they're so nice. No, they're not.
Why?
Because if you get a log, if you get logs cut into rounds where
Yeah.
they slice this, you still have to lift those things to put it on the splitter,
Oh, yeah.
and then the splitter goes, and then you got to pick up all the pieces that split off. There's no fun thing about wood.
No.
Forest, you can have it. If I never saw another forest again, it would be too soon. Really.
And when I moved up there, I thought it was really cool. I thought that was cool.
And what about California? California, there is no winter there. It's always summer.
Oh yeah, what about that? That's a good question.
They up in the San Gabriel Mountains, I could see snow right now.
Sure.
And that's about, an hour and a half away from me up in the high mountains. But near me, no. This week, it's going to maybe be in the 70s. God willing, I'll go swimming and move my legs around. I canceled my knee surgery because I'm afraid to get COVID now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be in a week and a half. I said, I don't want home health care workers to come to my house, because they are traveling germ spreaders. God bless them. The physical therapists and the home nurses and all like that. So I'm going to put it off till spring, I guess, until the pandemic.
What about the Omicron? Is hitting hard there?
It's hitting very hard in America.
Oh,
I don't know about where you guys live.
Yep. Hard here.
Very hard.
Very bad.
What about,
You all live in America. That's only one that.
yeah, I know my daughter was asking me, she goes, how is it in Peru?
How many? Sorry, how many?
Huh. Like, are the cases really climbing in Peru as a country?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they are climbing, but life is kind of
Maybe
everybody using masks. Not everyone, but mostly, but it's kind of everybody's back to normal.
Really?
Restaurants, cinema, malls, everything is open.
Yeah,
Everybody uses mask. Yeah.
really like now, like all the time now, or at least the good people are.
Yeah. And there are some neighborhoods like kind of, let's say, an hour from here, from the kind of close to downtown, very close to downtown. If I go an hour from here, and you're gonna see like there's less control about the police and everybody is kind of 50% of the people is without a mask, not
Hey.
using a mask, and they are just like nothing happened. I remember one of my brothers-in-law live like 40 minutes from here, and I went there and I went to buy some groceries to a store. I saw little things, and everybody out was nobody was using a mask, and I was like, hey, why did you use a mask? I mean, no, the thing that the virus doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my brothers-in-law almost died because of that.
Oh, yeah.
In a year, he's not able to speak. He ended up using a tube here on the throat to breathe.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah, and
That's awful.
yeah.
This is who, Renzo?
His brother.
Yeah, brother-in-law. And he was one
Oh,
of the ones-
brother-in-law.
he was one of the ones that he was like that. That doesn't exist.
Huh.
He was sick. He was sick, and he was nah. That's nothing. It's not that. And he didn't went. He didn't want to. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I mean, it's like he went to the hospital when he was almost
Dead.
not able to breathe anymore. That was he was. Yeah. And at the end, because he waited that much, he ended up like a month in the hospital, and now it's been a year and a half, and he's living with this tube here to breathe,
Oh,
not able to speak.
Wow.
And when when his wife says, "Okay, do you remember when you didn't believe
Yeah.
in the virus?" And he's like, "No, no, no."
Yeah.
He moved. I believe it. He moved the head. And he's so
He
stubborn.
believes it.
Stubborn, like.
Do
yeah.
you think that is what, you had the COVID when you were sick, Renzo?
No, I don't know. I didn't go to the hospital because I stayed here at home
It took care.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Quarantined and your symptoms didn't get too severe, it sounds like, but you were coughing quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
And you were vaccinated, which is important.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That could have saved you from getting really, really sick.
I'm sure it,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you know,
Yeah, I hope life.
I still personally know a few holdouts, and it's like, I'm not even talking with them right now.
Right?
It's like, well, I
Yeah.
should, but it's like, I'm not going out of my way because they just are not thinking straight. talk.
My agent is not vaccinated.
Oh, dear.
And he has a little daughter.
Ooh.
And I say, Peter, what? No, I don't know. So I don't see him.
No.
I'm not taking a chance. I got too many secondary things
Oh,
going
yeah.
on. But I feel bad. I don't know. I just don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Wow, I'm looking at mine. It's like, wow, I kind of like it.
All right.
Yeah, what happened? What happened?
I don't know.
There
I
was a
just-
change because I was kind of frustrated with her, but now I look at her and I like her, even the dark side.
Yeah.
Too. I mean, I didn't work on it too much more, but it doesn't look bad like I thought it might turn out to look
Yeah.
like.
You never
Yeah.
know. Sometimes
Still
it's-
see some blue in there, but yeah.
Well,
I like-
it didn't look like much blue in yours.
No, but if you look close, you can see it. But it looks good. It's
Yeah.
the cool side of the face, and I like it. Yeah.
And who looks at them really closely? Only people that are looking at paintings. I mean, anybody looking at painting that isn't a painter won't.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's all hey, it's like I figure if I like it enough,
Hey, that's it.
what the most, I guess.
Absolutely. I like the red and blue, Renzo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Red. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, look at that. Wow. I'm not going
Yeah.
to do that.
Ultramarine
Oh, I
blue
would in
is-
a heartbeat. I like that.
Ultramarine
I
blue
think
is a
that's-
beautiful blue.
Yeah.
That's
ultramarine-
beautiful.
The
And
ultramarine
the red
blue
is gorgeous.
and the flower, the flower. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
big
keep
flower
the-
red.
Keep the flower.
Yeah. Oh, yellow one, huh? Okay.
I don't know how to paint a flower.
We got it. I mean, it's just a suggestion anyway.
Hmm.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12,
Brushes.
14 brushes.
Wow.
That's good.
That's, yeah.
Is
That's
that,
fine.
is that the record?
Last time, no,
Not for me.
no, I had like 25, 30 or something
Me
once.
too.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Name them out, Mary, 14.
I know, the last one, the girl with the beard, she was 17.
girl with the beard. You guys are funny. Don't go away. I'll be right back.
We
Don't go
won't.
Oh,
away.
Prisoners.
Yeah, that's right. We want to see how this movie ends.
right?
Right.
Well, I'm cleaning my brushes.
Yeah,
Renzo, you enjoy painting that. That looks very nice.
it does.
Now, we don't have an eyebrow on the shadow side, do we? The bangs, her hair comes over, right?
Yeah, her hair comes over.
Huh, are you sure? I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
that's
you-
why.
If I light up the image, pretty sure that we're gonna see some brown.
I'm gonna move that
Yeah.
just a
Yeah.
second.
I haven't painted a brow.
And adding a little bit of blue on the hair here. A little bit of blue.
Okay.
Okay, just to make this create some harmony here.
Mhm.
Just subtle, I mean, just pretty subtle.
Is that your bird?
Nope.
Oh, that's me.
My birds don't make that particular noise, but they do.
Oh, I wondered.
Oh, no, but one of my birds, Babe, she was a baby when we used modems on our computer. And
Yeah.
So she spent the first 3 or 4 years of her life making modem sounds. And then when we got our siding refinished or redone, she spent the next 2 years pounding nails. Making the noise.
That was fun. We had a woodpecker that
Yeah,
made pounding noises for a while,
yeah, same thing.
you know.
Except what?
Her with her voice.
With her voice, yeah. Mhm. That was annoying too.
So do you put a cover over them when you put them to sleep at night?
No, I don't. They're out of their cages during the day, and then at night I put Babe in there so she doesn't bother Bill all night long, which she would do. And but the lights go off at a certain time, and it's dark in there, in that room. So no.
So they quiet down.
Well, they do, and yeah, and until their lights come on and their music comes on in the morning, and then, well, who knows?
Mhm.
If you leave your bird just free to fly, she's
Well, they
coming
don't
back.
fly.
She's coming back, or
Yeah, they don't fly
okay.
because when Babe was just a baby, I clipped her wings a little bit and she never learned to fly.
Okay.
And so she never does, but she can really run.
Mhm.
She comes like a little puppy. She comes rushing at you.
Oh,
Yeah.
how old is your bird?
Well, I have two of them. One is 26 and the other is 28 now. I've had them for a long time, obviously.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
How much how many years they are gonna live?
It's hard to say for sure, 60 to 80 or something.
Oh, my.
Yeah,
Wow.
a long time.
Isn't that wonderful?
I didn't
Well,
know
it is,
that, yeah.
maybe. They'll outlive me, and that's not good because they're also very big babies.
Oh,
Do you have more animals like dogs?
Well, I used to show Afghan hounds for years and years and years. So I had a bunch of them. But then when my last three puppies died when they were 14 years old, and they
oh.
died within months of each other, I couldn't stand it, so we haven't gotten any more.
Hmm.
And I've had horses all pretty much my life and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's so sad. When they die.
I hate
Well,
that.
I got a solution for that.
What?
I just gonna
What?
get more and more dogs.
Right, well, that's true, but some of them
Yeah.
you just can't
That's
replace.
that's the only solution I have.
That's right. Well, that's why I have birds. But then I didn't realize that 80 years or 60 years would be a problem too.
Right?
You can't win.
But you gotta put them in your will.
I know. But the other thing too is not everybody, well, a lot of people are afraid of birds, so that is a problem. Because,
I watch a guy out in California. It's called Asher House. And this
okay,
guy has gotten a lot of money and built up and bought property. I don't know, he's got 60 acres or something now with a stream through it. And he adopts everything. He adopted a parrot,
Yeah.
some kind of a big bird.
right,
He's got donkeys. I think he has an emu.
Huh.
Um, 20 or 30 dogs right now.
I'm
And
sure.
he goes in and he loves them.
Oh, yeah.
He kisses them all up. He'd take your dogs. He and his buddy have this beautiful ranch area that they're building up.
Uh-huh.
And his theory is just that he rescues very sickly dogs,
Oh,
yeah. Good for him.
neglected dogs that don't relate, and he has them all turn around.
Oh, yeah.
ah.
It's Asher House, and I think the guy's crazy. He's crazy in love with dogs.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I like dogs too.
Me too.
Enough to
Well,
not
I
have
do.
them right now.
I do too, but it was a long time after Charlie died before we got these two that we have now. It's
Yeah.
probably a dozen years.
Oh, yeah.
My dog is Charlie.
Yes,
is a good
Charlie. Charlie was a juvenile delinquent until 2 years before he died. He decided to become a teenager,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he was a character.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I just needed a break, and I didn't think I'd ever get dogs again.
Right.
Now I got two.
Uh-huh.
You must have a nice yard.
We have a really nice yard here. It's kind of different, and we didn't buy the house because of it. I really didn't want a pool, but we have a pool. The woman who lived here was into flowers, and all summer long, different flowers bloom at different times. We've
Nice.
got a little tiny stream and waterfall that
Wow.
fall into a pond that has koi fish in it.
Oh, that's nice.
Ooh, that sounds lovely.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so you go out and sit out there, and it doesn't feel like I'm in a city.
Right.
It's not real big, but neighbors didn't even know what was back here. You know, when we moved in, we met people and they came in and they said, wow, they didn't even know, you know, it was like that back there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm adding a little bit of orange. Maybe it's too much.
Oh, I don't think so.
Look at
No,
that.
she looks, her eyes
Yeah.
look really wet.
Here, almost pure orange. In here, pure orange. Okay, try to add that a little bit. It's just to add some transparency on the shadow.
Right.
Okay, if that's too much, go back to first color. If you have, I don't have like a little bit here, and I could go and put more paint.
I don't.
But yeah, right now I'm just trying to add some touches of color. How old is Charlie?
My Charlie is going to be 13 on January 18th.
Wow.
Oh
yeah.
my.
And he rules the roost, if
Of
you know what I
course.
mean.
Well, they get too well trained. You know, I belong to my birds, no doubt.
Exactly.
I belong to my dogs, my horse and everything, horses and everything, yeah.
How many horses do you have?
I don't have any anymore. I used to have horses.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, yeah.
But I mean, I don't know because it varied at time to time. It's same thing with dogs. Sometimes I had quite a few of them.
Oh,
I
I
don't
might
know.
miss that part of the conversation, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, no idea, yeah.
Do you still go riding from time to time on other horses or?
I don't. I had a really bad knee replacement and lucky I can walk.
Yeah. Oh, I'm very curious about that, Joyce. You could talk to me at a different time if you would. You
Yeah,
had.
I'll scare you though. But I had a friend that got stem cell injections in her knee and she's working on it and it seems to be working.
I had a friend who had stem cells put in her knee,
It didn't
and
work.
she says she feels like she has a new knee.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
However,
There's a
when
however.
when I went to the big shot stem cell guy here in LA,
Yeah.
he said, well, you have to lose 50 pounds because every pound you are overweight is equal to 5 pounds of pressure on your bad foot.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got a bum left foot and a bad right knee.
Well,
And,
that covers it.
you know, but I'm glad to be breathing. That's my number one priority.
You bet. Yeah.
So do you walk with a cane?
I sure do. I walk with a cane. My sister wants me to have a walker, blah, blah, blah. You know, I just want to be able to dance again,
That'd be nice.
wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So I twist, you know, so I twist in place.
Right.
It's-
I dance with my birds.
There you go. You know, I wanted to be in better shape than I've been in the being sedentary for 2 years,
Yeah.
you know, for the knee surgery, so I could really recover from it, Joyce.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I do. Yeah.
And now, as I say, I've postponed it.
Mhm.
Gee, I asked my doctor for some pain pills so that I could actually work out before my surgery. So he gave me pain pills. My God,
You
what
do.
an invention they are.
You like those?
Oh, yes, you take a
Oh.
pain pill. Hey, it's old me. I can
Oh.
move, I can walk. I'm, you know, until
I
it
hated-
wear
I
until
hated them.
until it wears off, and then it hurts twice as bad.
Whoa.
It doesn't make you sleepy?
No, not really. And in truth, even though he said I could take 3 a day, I just take a little chip of one in the
Uh-huh.
morning so I could walk to the kitchen, make my coffee, walk Charlie,
That's
come back.
a
Yeah.
good idea not to take too much of that stuff. Take too
Yeah,
much, you get real bad constipation.
I take it, well, don't listen, Renzo. I take a stool softener with, every time but I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about, kid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'll make you
I-
feel worse than anything else,
you
actually.
know that's right. I've had both hips replaced and
Have you?
everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Bionic person.
That's me.
That's right. Well, Renzo is just getting more beautiful all the time.
Right?
I know.
Aren't you glad we're talking about other things so that you can just paint?
What
your
is,
piece?
we're
Like-
inspiring him.
We're
guess
talking
so.
about stool
Yeah.
softeners.
That's right.
Constipation.
Yeah,
Oh, well, we're all just humans, apparently.
Apparently.
yeah. For me, it's just like,
So,
it's just like traveling, and every time that we speak, I kind of imagine that images in my head about Charlie, about everybody.
Really? Yeah, well, that's kind of nice,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Right?
Yeah. Kind of like reading a book.
I miss this group. I've become so fond of our group.
Yeah. Isn't that weird how that works?
Yeah.
I mean, we all live all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Would have never even met each other if it weren't for Renzo's group.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe one day in the future, we plan a trip to you all come here to try ayahuasca.
Yeah, we'll be down.
It's sorry, my English. Let me. Oh, here it is.
Hallucinogen.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, right, Renzo.
We were talking about
I haven't tried that, but that's pretty common here for people.
Is it? I suppose.
It's just drink. You drink just a glass, just like a glass of juice,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Can we trust you?
And then you're off.
No. And then people that have done that, they say, "Oh my God, it's just it's kind of I have cleansed
like
my body, my soul.
Yes, yes.
I have met God." And everything. I have a friend that she paints, and all her paintings are blue people. And she's like in that, that everything is blue in heaven, and
Oh, okay.
say,
oh, all right.
okay, and that's amazing. I can feel that she's for real. She for real. She feels really, really good about that. And I say, I mean, that's good. That's perfect. That makes you feel. Who's
But-
somebody to say that nothing is true or everything is
Right,
very-
right.
No one-
What's the name of the drug again?
Ayahuasca? It's just a plant.
Yes, right, like peyote.
Yeah, it's something like
Peyote was the same for me. You go on a hallucinogenic trip for
Yeah.
16 hours
yeah, something like that. Yes.
when I was a kid.
Oh. Tell us more.
Oh my God, what haven't I done? LSD, everything in my
Yeah, for
day.
real? Oh wow, that's amazing.
For real. but it's like this trip that your friend talks about, you know, a spiritual trip. And the first time I took LSD, I was in the desert of Arizona, and I was in college, and I was with my friends in an old Rambler, and we drove off the road onto the desert sand, and we walked around at sunrise in the desert. And it was like a plant talked to me and said, Carol, you don't need psychedelics. You have been given a gift. And, you know, my acting, you know,
Yeah.
like, so the universe through this peyote was talking to me about, or maybe it was the LSD, you know, telling me I don't need the psychedelics because I've been given an extra gift.
Well, there
Well,
you go.
didn't
Nice.
stop me, didn't stop
No, it
me.
didn't stop you. One gift wasn't enough, huh?
Yeah, right.
That's amazing.
But, you know, that's what we did in the 60s. That's what I did. I was a hippie.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's on my plan. My wish list is to try ayahuasca.
Well,
I will do it. You know, I don't have too many time, but I will try one of these days.
yes,
It's something like you have to kind of fast for a week
huh,
before
Before?
going to try the fast.
really?
Fasting. Yes, the word fasting
Yeah.
Yeah,
for a week, and kind of that's part of the ceremony because it's a ceremony.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you try, and then you stay there like the meditation group. They take care of you because people,
Yes.
you know,
make sure you don't die.
yeah, people,
Please.
yeah. No,
Right.
No,
guys, but people faint because of, you know, and they,
Renzo, I had a friend, a psychologist, who went down to Peru and took that, you know, with the group, and took the ayahuasca, or however you say it. And he said it was amazing.
Oh, we were talking about that earlier, Carol.
Is that right?
Yeah, that that's why people go to Peru, is to try that.
Really?
Some, yeah.
Huh. I thought they all went to see Renzo.
Yeah, well, I'm ready.
Yeah.
But I have to bring Charlie.
Yeah. Let's Charlie, let's let Charlie try ayahuasca too.
Yeah, he's already tripping.
I bet he's sleeping right now, right?
No, he's looking at me and
Oh.
saying, did I hear someone say chicken? No, we're not talking about chicken. Here he comes. He's coming to check it out over here.
Because you said the magic word.
You know that's right.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I love this group. I really, really do. I really, really do.
Yeah.
That's good.
And if I would win, like, you know, one of those $400 million lotteries,
Yeah.
I'd get a plane, and I'd go pick each and every one of you up and we can all go to Peru on my plane.
Very
And,
good.
you know, we could just have fun and take ayahuasca.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And you could bring the bird. If they want. But I have to win that lottery.
Yeah, you do. But we're kind
Yeah.
of rooting for you on that one.
Okay, good.
Lorenzo, this is when the magic starts. When
Yeah.
you're working on it right now.
It's beautiful.
Mhm.
So
The-
beautiful.
Yeah. I've been adding touches of more and more color, more like
Yes.
saturations, just touches, okay, here and there, more orange here. I mean, I go back and forth. I add orange, And then I knock it down again. I added again. I added a highlight here.
It's
More
beautiful.
orange here, and then I go like that back and forth until to see that, and always stepping back, you know, to see that values are okay, the color is okay, and not to see like something is just some yellow there is jumping at me, just to all of them live there together. I added a highlight on the iris. You see the
I
iris
see,
is a yellow
Oh, yeah.
highlight. Look at how dark is this side of the eye. It's pretty
Oh,
dark.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that creates the roundness of the eye. And now obviously edges, you know, and here's where when we need to decide which edges we're going to sharp. Okay, remember if we put like a percentage on edges, that would be like maybe just 10% that's gonna be about sharp edges. 90% is gonna be about soft edges.
Huh.
Between those soft edges, let's say that half that's going to be about lost. A lost edge is something like that. A lost edge, where I mean it's kind of difficult to see. You know, it's pretty soft, pretty lost.
Yeah.
And here, all of these edges are soft, and we can try it. This is something that we gotta just try and see what's working on our painting. Okay, it's not too much about what we see. We can, I mean, we can, if you will follow what we see, we can exaggerate what we see. I mean, knock it down even more, soften an edge even more, or we can just try to, let's say, sharpen an area and killing another area. Like for example, I can keep the eyes and the nose pretty sharp and knock down this a lot, blurry all of this with all of this. Or I can just make, for example, this pretty sharp. Let's see what happened. Now remember, the rule says when something is sharp, it's gonna jump on us. It's gonna look like it's closer to us. When something is blurry, it's gonna look that it's away from us, okay? Now I make this sharper. I like it, okay, I like it. Okay, but remember, even when something is sharp, it's gonna be a better idea to even soften that just a little bit, just almost nothing. It's gonna still be sharp, it's gonna be sharp, just a little bit, okay? Now I soften here. I keep it, let's say, a little bit sharp here, I soften here. Soften, sharp, soft.
And you're
Sharp.
using a dry, empty brush.
Yeah, a dry brush.
I have a question, Renzo, on that jawline right there. The dark that you just added, is that her actual jawline or is that a shadow? Because it looks like there's a line away from that a ways. That would be her.
This, yeah, I don't, to be honest, I don't see it. It looks like it's the hair, all of this.
Is that what it is? Because it looks like you have a shadow and then you have a jawline just blended in there. Right
No,
where-
no,
right
this
there.
this area is just flat.
You just flat, okay.
I don't see. I'm pretty sure if I light up the image, we're gonna see a little bit of the neck here.
Yeah,
Pretty sure, but I don't see it. To be honest, I don't see it.
okay.
Another thing that I don't see sometimes some things is because I have a lot of light here, and my monitor it becomes opaque because of all of the light. As
Oh,
soon as
yeah.
I turn off the lights, I get more contrast on my monitor. And but anyway, I'm pretty sure if I light up, let me see what if I add, because the hair is just too dark here. Something like that is it looks.
The
It
neck,
should look more natural. A
yeah,
little bit of light.
right.
Yeah. And for example, this is soft lost, and we can add hair here, pretty sharp.
Mhm.
And obviously the idea is that this hair, it looks that is coming closer,
Yeah.
separated from that.
like magic.
It is magic.
Okay, it's almost midnight here.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, I love you guys.
Love you
It's
too.
just a great class, Renzo. I
Yep.
missed half of it,
Good.
but I'm glad I got to be with you guys.
Yeah. I missed half too, but it was a great class what I saw.
Are we drawing tomorrow,
Yeah,
Renzo?
yeah, we're gonna draw tomorrow.
Okay, I got my chalk and my pencils, etc.
Yeah, that's
Take
good.
care.
That's good.
Tomorrow.
Very good. Love you, Mary. Love you, Monique. Love
Bye-bye.
you, Joyce. Love you, Renzo. Nighty night, you all.
Good night.
Good
Stay
night.
Good
safe,
night.
healthy. I love you.
All right, take care.
I'm gonna show you one more time, Renzo, and then I'm gonna
Yeah.
call it
Yeah,
night.
let's see.
Ouch, sorry.
See some paintings.
She's gorgeous.
Okay, let me
Wait
put
a
it
minute,
together.
wait a minute. I don't see, wait a minute.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
I worked
Gorgeous.
on I did some
Okay, okay,
eyelashes.
okay, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
eyelashes. I didn't do any eyelashes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Instead of
Oh, you
what
did
I-
eyelashes. Beautiful
But I-
eyelashes.
She's
Yeah.
got some clump mascara.
Darken up a little bit the sclera here.
Huh? Say that again.
Darken up the sclera here a little bit more.
Yeah, A little bit
You
more.
still, you still
Okay.
need to darken up a little bit more. Okay, let me
All
check
right.
out the whole face. Yeah. Yeah, everything is okay. Here, the nose in this area, it looks like there is a little bit
Yeah.
of a bump here. And
Yeah, I see that.
yeah.
Yeah.
To make it more straight. Straight. Just that. Please.
Okay.
Darken up here. What is a little bit of a
Mhm.
light here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
like to make this rounded, a mock like a neck.
Yeah.
It's like a neck. A little bit of light.
Yeah.
Like this light that you added here too. I mean, not the same intensity.
Yeah.
But, I mean, something like a
Yeah.
not the same. That light is perfect because I can feel it. I can say that that's the lightest light. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that's pretty good.
I-
That's pretty good.
Okay,
Mhm.
thank you.
Gorgeous.
The brows. Soften the brows. Don't forget to soften the brows.
Oh,
Mhm.
Okay, a little bit more. Just soften the brows a little bit.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good. Yeah.
yeah, I still wanted to work on the hair a little bit, but this was great. This was a fun practice. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You're
I'm
welcome.
gonna leave too. Anyway,
Okay,
take care.
please.
Talk
Take
to you, see you guys on Sunday, I guess, probably. More than likely.
okay.
All right, take
Yes.
care. Bye-bye.
Oh,
Let's see Mary.
Joyce,
Yeah,
You'll see me on,
are we doing water solubles on Sunday, Renzo?
Yeah.
oh,
Just an FYI, if you have them,
I don't,
okay. Well, you
but
don't
that's
have,
okay.
yeah. But just an
you
FYI,
you can use the regular oil.
Yeah, right.
yeah, you'll be fine. Okay, see you Sunday.
All right, bye. Looks
Mary,
beautiful,
your
beautiful,
hair's
Mary.
beautiful. Wow.
Mary?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty
fantastic.
good. Yeah. Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye, Joyce.
Bye, Joyce.
Bye-bye. Good
night.
I think the eye is better, much better. Nose, yeah. One thing is fix is this side of the nose.
yeah.
Okay? Check out that side of the nose. I think you're missing the wing of the nose here around. But you have that's going to be a difficult area because it doesn't have too many
You
details.
see,
Yeah,
take a
yeah, I
look.
think you need to make it more like
I need to have like a
nostril,
rounded shape.
the nostril is just like it's just like a seed. A seed, it's kind of a oval tiny.
Yeah, it doesn't have it needs a little bit of a lighter value, like on
Yeah.
on
The
the
other
top.
thing,
Okay,
just that, or soften that. Okay. The other thing is the brow. The brow is too symmetrical. It looks like one. It looks like a roof of a house.
okay,
Okay. Usually, it's like one long portion and one small portion. A
yeah,
long straight line and a small one here.
yeah. I see. I made this
Mm.
point should be over more.
A little bit. You
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
fix that.
Yeah.
It's simple. It's just like let me use this piece of paper. It's like this right now. Yours like the roof of a house, and it
Yes.
should be more straight and a tiny bit here,
Yes.
like this.
Yes.
Just
I
that.
know
The
that.
rest, the rest is pretty good. The volume of the face, the color of the face, edges, everything is okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy. I wasn't
Yeah, yeah,
liking her for a long time, but now I do.
that's pretty good. I'm really happy for you both. You have done
Okay.
a nice work today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We will see. I will see you on Sunday.
Oops. Okay, Mary. See you on Sunday.
All right.
Well,
Good
you're
night,
not gonna-
everybody.
What about tomorrow, Mary?
I don't think I'm going to draw tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Renzo, I'll see you tomorrow and I'll see you Sunday, Mary.
Okie dokie. Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
you will take care.
Thank you.
Good
night.
Bye. Good night.